Howdy, welcome back. I'm the Strategy Professor. Today we're doing another episode in our legendary Norsca campaign for Total War Warhammer. And there was some weird occurrences that happened here. So I tried to record my last game, and for some reason the file didn't lock. So it didn't save. So I did about, an hour and 15-minute episode. Now, nothing much happened in that episode. But after I closed it out, quit the campaign, exit the game, it has taken away multiple turns on Legendary. So, what had happened was I sacked Kislev, I attacked and sacked Kislev, which is what's going on right now, and that's apparently the last place that it's saved. But then after I sacked Kislev, then I ended up occupying it just to see if it gave me a special building. It doesn't. You get, occupied Kislev, basically, which gives you some gold per turn. It's like 250 gold or 300 gold per turn. But the public order is absolute garbage, and there's just not enough special buildings to make it worth your time, because you're not going to be able to populate all this stuff and hold it. It's just going to slow you down. You're going to have to sit here and farm rebellions for 15 turns. Not worth occupying Kislev. Okay, so I did that. I occupied just to see what it was. Wasn't worth it. Came over here. This army beelined for Erengrad to sack Erengrad. And then I just kind of Benny Hill chased them around this, and the episode ended with both my armies having them pinned against Erengrad here. And then that was it, and I ended it for the turn. So it should have been 5 turns in the future. Maybe not 5, but 3 or 4 turns in the future. And yeah, that's just not what's happening here. So I don't understand, because even if I ran out of memory on my OBS, which may have happened, I don't know why it would not have saved that. And I had lots of gigs. So anyways, I don't know how my memory works sometimes. Sometimes I'll start and it'll tell me I have 10 gigs of memory, and one of these episodes takes 3 gigs or something, maybe, max, if it's a long episode. And then I don't know. So sorry about that. You didn't really miss anything. All I did was attack Kislev. It was a pretty straightforward fight. And we won. That's it. One thing that I did take away from that, though... Excuse me. One thing that I did take away is that giants are pretty bad. And that mammoths are pretty good. So mammoths are superior to giants. And so I started building mammoths up here. I think I had not mentioned that in the last episode. I can't remember what was recorded and what wasn't. I think the last thing that showed up is I was just about to burn Throgg. Okay, so this is a 5,000 sack. Okay, so now I'm worried that they're going to come over here and go for Erengrad again. I think even with these injured units, we can beat them. If I just hide these in the back and just use all my normal stuff, I think we can beat them. So what I want to do then is... Can I beat them even if I dash? 13. I don't think they have any recruitment. I guess they have stables. I feel pretty confident. I wouldn't even mind if this giant died, honestly. I can just replace him later. I do want to replenish, but at the same time I want to make sure they don't run for Erengrad, since that seems to be what they want to do. So yeah, they have some pretty good stuff, but this army could beat them. So I want to crush them and take them out next turn if I can. And then we can just come down here and burn this. And I do actually want the bigger mammoths now, after I got done doing it, checking it out. Oh, I need to get these armored skin wolves. And I think I had thought I was going to transfer these mammoths over to the core army, but I think I'm just going to keep them here and just have this be a formidable army, because I need 2 stacks to help me, because we're just getting too much geography now like I'm going to need to go in different directions. We need to get Altdorf ASAP. We've already got the tech lined up for that. Getting that 25% extra would be awesome. And then grabbing the 20% replenishment rate would be awesome. So both of these are key, and they're pretty close to us. I mean, the best one is this one, but Miralagio is really far away. 20% growth. That's pretty good, but that's pretty far away. That is okay. You know, all of them are good, but I think that the best is Altdorf and Secrets of Necromancy. And we're pretty close to both of those. So, and you get a nice bonus when fighting Empire. You get the upkeep reduction. Well, we get that anyways. And then we get the +5 melee attack, which is nice. And we're about to get Ice-Blooded Strength, which would be good. Okay, let's go ahead and go down here. I mean, we could go ahead and get this to tier 4 if we wanted, so we get the Armored Mammoth. So yeah, the Mammoth, War Mammoth, and I had thought this was garbage, but the thing is, it has 70 armor instead of 30. And it does get 5 more melee attack. So I don't care as much about the missile stuff, but the extra 40 armor is a pretty big deal. So that's... And the 5 extra leadership. So yeah, I think we want to get the this one. I thought, I was like, who cares? This one's just so much cheaper, but it really does matter because the armor is the bonus is not any bigger, right? It's just 5. Yeah, so that doesn't matter as much, but okay. So we're in position there, getting our skin wolves here. He's in position over here. Let me just double check all this stuff again. It is frustrating to go through that, but it's fine. It is what it is. It's whatever. We don't have a ton of cash. We have a little bit of disposable income. Anything that's like open-ended, yeah, we're just gonna go for the research upgrade if we have any extra money. Now, where's our Tower of Karak? Right here. Okay, we can go and upgrade that. And we're good on the public order, so we can just go ahead and get a research place. So 3% research places do add up. Now, what can we build over here? Trolls. I would like to upgrade this to like a Femir warrior thing, but I'm gonna wait till we get a bit closer. I am afraid that we're just gonna get like jumped on here. Bjornling Gathering. I mean, this will be the first place it's hit, is Ice Pack Bay. Yeah. If they come at me. Some stuff. What is this guardhouse? Will give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 extra units. Ice Pack Bay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that could give me 15, and then I'd have a Lord if like Bretonia comes at me. I'm gonna actually get rid of that because I just feel like I'm being reckless by just not getting that, getting rid of this, and then just getting the tower, the guard tower, because this would be the first place they would hit most likely, and that way I could at least hire a lord and just like drop some mercenaries or something in there. So I need to try to keep my mercenaries loose then too. Just get rid of them so that I can hire them on the spot if I need to somewhere. So who just has random mercenaries? These guys do. Just get rid of that. Yeah, so I think I can just get rid of the mercs. Then they're ready to go. We can't get Cold Voider. We can't get Great Maw, and we can't get Legion. Okay. I do want these guys. These are key to my army. And I think that's it as far as like mercenaries. That'll at least give us just a few things we can hire there if a 20 stack comes. So we can put up some semblance of a fight maybe. Okay. Everything else I believe is all good. Could upgrade this if we wanted to get to mammoths, but whatever. We can just hire Fimirs off of this if we need to. Fimirs and Berserkers. Now, who is it? This... Yeah, I need 4 Marauders, but we're not going to be able to... We have to go to Bretonia before we finish that. Okay, I think this should be sufficient. Alright, let's go ahead and go. So yeah, hopefully this one saves. I guess we'll see. I don't know. I played a lot of Warhammer and I've never seen that where Legendary, like, didn't save for you. Minus 15 growth everywhere. Well, I don't really need to grow, so that's fine. What did they get? It's not telling me what they got. Okay. Okay. Gosh, we have to fight Kislev proper. We'll do that again here in a second. I think what I want to do... If I get them to sit in Kislev, that should be fine. Okay, I just want to go, like, just right on my border here and just replenish for a turn. There we go, and we can hire a troll. We can't get ice trolls, though. Could hire a Fimir. It's going to take 2 turns, though. I guess we'll just get a normal troll. I mean, the ice trolls are obviously better, but it's between 1 turn and 2 turn. These are so cheap, too. They're only 150. Okay, these giants are really borderline a waste of money. Alright, what do we want now? I think... Raising the Empire. We can start going and grabbing the vampire counts, I think is what I want. Skin Wolf, Ice Wolves, Warhound. That's actually not awful. Yeah, because when we take vampires, I want that Secrets of Necromancy, and I don't know how long this takes. I think it might just take, hopefully, just 1 or 2 turns to get it, but... I think that's it. Yeah, I just don't care about Marauders. If I hire Marauders, they're just fodder. Like, I don't want that, you know. I don't expect a lot out of them. It's gonna be a bit expensive if I get more Skin Wolves, but they're so strong. We've got 2 Hounds. I guess we could hire a couple more Hounds. 4 Hounds. I mean, I want to be able to siege. These can already siege pretty well. I just want to get down here and get into the action too. Let's just run down here. Oh, we only need to hire 1 more thing because yeah, I would like to put a Skin Wolf with them, and the wizard. So just a skin wolf and a wizard should be fine. Looking on public order here. Okay, so if I leave, yeah, we can't get rid of that because we need a public order building. Okay. And we're gonna have a skin wolf and this wizard guy with him. Okay, and then this is a pretty good force. I mean, it's not as strong as obviously as like the main force, but it's pretty good. Like it can take some pretty good stuff out. And I think Altdorf is obviously we want to capture Altdorf so we get the bonus, and that'll be a great recruitment center. That's where we can get more tier 4 and tier 5 stuff down there. But this little dinky place is not going to be worth it. Okay, I think that's going to be it. And we get one more burn and we can save 10% also, which is a big deal. So what we want to do is get this up to like 64. This is something that I discovered last time. Go ahead and get it through. And then we go all the way up with Nurgle. So we get this to 60 just long enough for us to like lose 30. Which is what this is going to take, like 15 or so to get to all the way with the Crow. And then we can keep this level 1 bonus. We're not going to be able to get these other ones. Because you don't keep the bonus if it falls below the threshold. So we still have 28 there. But I thought that you kept the bonus even if it falls below the threshold. That is false. So we're not going to get weapon strength. This or this. These are the two most important ones, I think. The 10% upkeep and the 20% replenishment. Because I'm not sure if that applies to trolls or not. I think it might, but I would rather have the upkeep cost. It just lets us field more armies, and we're just so poor right now that we just desperately need that. It would not apply to mammoths, worms, legendary lords, these things. Like, there's a lot of stuff it would not apply to. Wolves. It would apply to trolls, maybe. But anyways, okay, let's go next turn. And then we want to take out Zavastra. They might rush over to Kislev, but I think I can beat them in Kislev. Just because I'm going to be able to manipulate the siege a lot better than they will be able to do it, I think. If they don't run to Kislev, we'll just kill them in Zavastra. But I don't want them to knock out Erengrad. Okay, sweet. So they're just going to hold their ground. I actually really like that move because now they can't run. Now, it's going to be open field, so it's going to be a little on the tough side, but they have 5 more units there, so they're going to have 22. Can easily burn this. I could dash over there with Wulfric. Now my Mammoth, like my Frostworm and my Giant are still injured. Like I said, honestly, I don't even care if they kill the Giant at this point. He's such a waste of gold, I think.
I refuse.
I mean, he's alright, I guess, but I just feel like the Mammoth's just way, way better. They're just faster. They have a much wider radius of attack. They just perform so much better in sieges. Like, the whole reason that I got a Giant is because I thought, like, in a siege, he's going to be able to clean people out better than the Mammoth because he doesn't he has just a much higher base melee attack. He doesn't have to rely as much on his charge, but the Mammoth can just go in and knock everyone aside so that the rest of your units can pour in. Like, that's the big thing about the Mammoth. And his charge is just so huge. Okay. Do we want him in there? I mean, why not, I guess, right? He's on a chariot. We're going to have to dash, though, so we're going to be tired, but whatever. Might as well. And if this guy's just sitting here chilling, well... I mean, might as well get all these guys some extra gold here. Or extra experience, rather.
My challenge, undeniable.
You can't put anyone in Wulfric's army. So they're going to start the battle tired, but, I mean, they're wizards. Who cares? I just really want to give them that experience. And these are good. Like, I think these are much better cost-efficient units than the, We'll go ahead and fight it. I mean, I think they're going to do some damage. Well, do we really want to... Yeah, I think these are going to do some pretty good damage to Outriders. I don't have a good answer to that. I mean, the Frostwolves... Actually, the Frostwolves are a great answer to it, because they only have 80 speed, and these have 95, right? 81. Oh, because I'm slowed by 10%. Because of that debuff. Whatever, we'll fight it. It'll probably be a little bit closer than they're letting on. Yeah, because I'm slow, the Frostwolves may not be able to catch those Outriders. Those can't fire while they're running away, though. Unlike Pistoliers, they don't have Parthian shot. So that makes them not... They aren't nearly as strong as you would think. This would just be our little squad here. Actually, this can be our melee line. Air squad, flank squad, start deployment. Alright, it's just 1, 2, 3. Ooh, what? Jesus. Boys, let's go. Why are we so tired? Was that glitched out? Jesus. It's a massacre. Why can't I click on anything? Okay, that's weird. Dang, Dimitri is running. That guy's quick. Probably gonna hit a hill or something, right? Bam! Oh my god, headshot. We got him. I think it like hurt our mammoth, but whatever, we got him. That was pretty sweet. Okay. Yeah, great swords don't match up too well against trolls. Dude, those trolls just murder infantry. If something doesn't have bonus versus large, it just gets mowed. Trolls have so much armor piercing damage, their armor just doesn't even matter. And just with the regeneration, the physical resistance, it gets around their armor piercing pretty well. Just the fact they have a ton of health also. I'm gonna slaughter Graveguard, especially when we get down and fight. I think we'll be able to steamroll the undead. They don't have a good matchup, I don't think. I mean, unless they have Blood Knights by the time I get down there, they're gonna be in big trouble, I think. Yeah, the sack's not worth it. We're gonna raise it for the Hound or the Serpent. Oh, nice. Kurgan Slave Merchant. And that did that lower our cost? It lowered our cost. It may not accurately reflect it. Sometimes the cost isn't. It may not check until the end of the turn too. I want the Slave Merchant to be with my main man here. Movement. Razor Standard doesn't matter as much. Flame's alright. I mean, Razor Standard's okay, but you'd rather have this slave here. Friggin' slave, and I mean, we could put the Razor Standard on him, probably. I guess only a Major Lord can have the Razor Standard. Okay, whatever. Sure. We're getting close to that good stuff. There it is. Now it kicked in. Okay, so we have... Yeah, that was huge. It's like 900 extra gold. Okay, so I did not need to buy anything because I'm going to get skin wolves. It takes so long to run through that area. And because we're going to take out these guys soon. These guys would be pretty good to take out too. Dang, they got a Hellstorm rocket battery. Okay. I mean, it is getting kind of... It's like turn 64, so we're going to start running into some serious stuff. It always takes so long to get going when you're like a Chaos or Norscan type of faction. Like, I have quite a bit of the North, I guess, but... You know, when I'm in like Greenskin or Dwarf territory, usually around like turn 50, I have all of this. I guess that's a similar geography in terms of like total buildings. It's just, I just don't get the payout from it as much. I just feel like you're just unstoppable at that point because you're getting so much extra gold per turn. But here, you know, if one of these armies gets wiped out, it's a big deal. You really don't ever want to die. I need to go knock out Kislev proper and probably clean this stuff up before we head over here, but how is this place looking? That's serious. That's gonna be hard to siege that. These guys could probably do it, but that rocket battery I don't think is gonna be that great in a siege. It's okay. They don't have that many spears. It's all about how many like halberds and spears they have. We have 2 halberds and a handful of spears here. I think we could probably take that siege with the trolls. We need to heal a little bit more though. We could send this guy down here to just clean up these little garbage places. I think I'll do that, and then that'll free him up to come through here and crush all the rest of this. Maybe we do just take Beachoffen out first, because it's pretty straightforward. We can just go here, heal for a turn, and then knock out Beachoffen. Is there a bridge or something? Yeah, right there. I kind of want to secure these ports though, because this is the major threat right now for the campaign is if one of these people goes hostile with me and just rolls up and starts like backlining all my stuff. I don't think they're gonna do that, but anyways, I think that's probably good. All right. There's a couple of people positioning over here. Okay, they took this. Huh. They're just kind of occupying our ruins here. Are they allied with anybody? A lot of these places really do not like us. You don't have as much like cost reduction as the Beastmen and Chaos do either. So at some point when you level up your people so much, then like you can just get like, you know, 70% cost reduction or something, which makes up for the fact you don't make a lot of money. But with Norsca, you can't do that. And you can't get that much income either from your building. So it's this weird kind of limbo where, and your sacks aren't as big either. So it's this weird kind of limbo where, okay, so Ostland is actually they are broed up with Ostermark. So I cannot attack Ostermark. Okay, so that means we probably need to crush Ostland. A little scout on him here. What does this have? Wolfenburg. Pretty good stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4. They have 5 halberdiers. That's pretty rough. I could come up here and hire some more stuff with Wolfric, maybe. Have him get like a decent little army. Okay, I kind of want to hit Norden on the next turn. Now, they aren't friends with, I don't think Ostermark. I probably should check this first. Ostland. Okay, they're not friends with Nordland. Nordland's friends with Midnight. And my Skinwolf is not down here yet. So you could wait like one more turn. We can attack them with 2 armies next turn. Make sure we get that place. I think that might be a good plan, and then we can split up and figure out what we want to do after that. Dang. It's a huge raid. Jeez, why is this giving like no money? Oh, because it's only in range of Castle von Royken. I don't get why this one's so much more than this one. Maybe some of these units are just better at raiding than others. I have no idea. That seems weird. Oh, I should have just put this guy in that army. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay. Okay, let me go through, just make sure everything is all set up here. There's no public order issues I need to look at. Why is this place lack of corruption? What? Oh, because they have these stupid heroes there, like -5. I wish we could just kill that thing. Whatever, we'll deal with it next turn. It's fine. Okay, so that's a place to watch. Troll Country, Trollheim. Trollheim Mountains, I like that. And this. Okay, so Pack Bay, Ice Pack Bay, we're going to go ahead and grab some watchtowers, that's right. I was talking last episode that never got published, I think, about how much I'm looking forward to Skaven. I think, at least from the previews that I've seen, they look very tactically diverse. There are a lot of different elements to it. Like there's 5 or 6 different resource systems that you have to balance. Okay. So they're all running home. They see the writing on the wall. So we can lightning strike down the outside armies. And then we can get the town. Well, I can't have that campaign movement speed, 'cause that's just awful. And we do get magic resistance and item drop chance, which is good. But a 25% campaign movement for 10 turns is awful. Like, I just don't think we can do that. Casualty replenishment rate is kind of a big deal, but like, item chance is nice, but that's just going to slow me down so much. I just can't do it. Yeah, disregard those visions. You do get a lot of just random things that happen to you all the time, which is interesting. Some are good, some are bad. Getting quite a bit of cash from raiding, but you got to remember the thing about raiding is like each one of these armies is a 3,500 gold army. And, you know, this is a 4,500 gold army, so it's 8,000 upkeep per turn just to get 2,200. So it looks like you're gaining a lot, and you kind of are, but you need to be putting this to work. Like, everyone else on the map is advancing their map position, they're teching up, they're getting tougher armies. So you just have to keep going. Okay, so I think... Yeah, it's a lightning strike, right? Just making sure, yeah. So lightning strike means that I don't need to bring in my reinforcements for this. Not yet. We'll bring in the reinforcements when we attack the town proper. But with a lightning strike... Why can't I attack? What? Oh, because I'm not at war with him. Who are they at war with? Anybody else? Jagged Horn Tribe. So if you get someone else to help, they like agree to have you join a battle, then the other army doesn't automatically go to war with you because of a defensive pact. So check this out. I figured this out in some of my past campaigns. See, Jagged Horn Tribe. It circumvents that it circumvents the pact. We can even get them to pay us a little bit. Typically, and I just figured this out because usually I just want people to pay me when I go to war. Because why not? It was high, and they're just not willing to give me anything? Is that what it is? Okay. Let's see if we can get at least 300. Okay. So you see, we are only at war with Ostland. So it does not automatically pull these people into a fight with us. And they may not want to go into a fight with us. They might, because they're not going to like that we're at war with Ostland. But they aren't forced to by treaty. So, I mean, it's a risky proposition because I'm super strong and I'm right next to their... I'm right outside their door. So they might be scared. Okay, so we're going to lightning strike these outside forces. This would be a pretty easy one. I could just auto-resolve that one. Oh no. Okay, so I'm trapped here. Alright, so I've got to free myself from that first. So I can just attack with this guy. Yeah, he's not going to matter that much in the main fight. I mean, he's okay. Like, he'd be somewhat useful. 30 bonus versus infantry. Okay, we'll just auto that. Because I forgot I was within this zone of control, so I can't leave until we burn this. It does give me a little bit of experience, but... Oh my god, that's worth 9,000? What did they have there? Holy crap. They didn't have any garrison units, I'll tell you that. Well, okay, we're sacking it then. And we'll just come back and raise it another time because... Yeah. Generally, right now, if it's about 5,000, I'm going to sack it. If it's at least 5,000. I need 1-point wonders here that would help me out in this fight. I don't think so. And getting 7% more off of fueled by war sounds pretty good in terms of money. Wow, how are we getting this much per turn? Oh, it's because of the rating. Okay. When is this? Oh, 18. Okay, we got a little ways to go on that. Someone mentioned way earlier in an episode that like ambush stance is really good. It is, but you have to sit around and wait a lot. I need to get to lightning strike. And unnatural healing, probably. You have to sit around and wait a lot is the problem. And there's a very high probability. I don't know if it gets harder on legendary or not. But they will detect you a lot of the time. I don't think, except for beastmen, because beastmen are always in ambush stance, and when they attack, they have a chance of ambushing on attack. I don't think with almost any other faction that I've ever had the AI walk into an ambush of mine. They always either detect it or walk around it. Like, almost always that happens. So, you know, maybe on lower difficulties or something, they won't do that as much, but I don't know. I haven't played on lower difficulties, but I'll just tell you right now that I don't want to spend turns sitting there waiting a lot of times. It is nice if you can ambush, but you don't have a lot of special ambush mechanics as Norsca. Like, there's nothing that raises your ambush chance, like, massively. Like, I think there might be a skill that, I think one of the things gives you a little bit more ambush. I don't think you have skills, but I think there's a tech or something that gives you some ambush. It's like very limited like bonuses for ambushing. Isn't it like one of these things or something? I remember seeing something that gives ambush, but I don't know. There's very, very little ambush things going on. Okay, so let's go ahead and I could just lightning strike the town if we wanted to. That would make sure nobody else can get in there, but I think we strike out the smaller things first. That'll give us some levels, especially with the shadow guy. I think we're like one turn away or something, one level away from getting the really good stuff. Yeah, one more level when we get to Occam's and Pit of Shades. Both of these are extremely good.
Absolutely not. I cannot.
I guess we can. Well, it's not going to matter because it's going to be ambush stance. I guess we can bring them in anyways. Why not? But it's going to be ambush. I mean, I already have a lot of wizard. I mean, I guess whatever. We'll bring him in. Actually, I shouldn't have done that because I think that he might run. Let me see. No, he'll stay because he thinks he's going to get backed up by everything. Yeah, they think they're going to get all this stuff in there. Then I press lightning strike. Yeah, and I think I'm just going to auto it. We're just going to shatter them. It's just this is the only thing that shows up, are these little things. I might just do this because we're about to have a huge fight to get 4 extra leadership. The money is nice, but 4 leadership actually matters here quite a bit, I think. Okay, now this guy gets to run, which is kind of awkward. So they, like, even if you lightning strike people and they don't take any casualties, they still get the opportunity to run. Oh. So he got to run. I'm not sure how this is going to work in terms of reinforcements. I could siege the town right now. Or I could chase him, but I kind of want to just siege the town. And I could just lightning strike down this town too if I really wanted to, but
I'll ignore that.
they do have a good good garrison. I would like to get 40 on 40 in the town. I don't think I'm going to have enough movement to hit the town and this guy. I can lightning strike this guy, and then I'll have to wait till next turn to hit the town, and they could come out and hit me. Open field with all that stuff, and I don't think I want that. I want the siege. I think I'll crush him. This is virtually nothing. I think I can beat him in the siege. Okay, so I'm actually not getting reinforced by my guy. Okay, so that's not working out nearly how I thought it would. Okay, so my other 20 stat boy is not reinforcing me for some reason. Even though he's standing right there. I don't get that. But... okay, so whatever. Can I beat this? I mean, these are... that's a threat, for sure. These halberds. These aren't great in a siege. They're okay. Let's continue the siege for now. Why is this guy not... yeah, you can't move. They always troll you like that. If you have someone so if I did not combine, I would have been able to step closer, but I think I need to lightning strike this anyways. Or I could come out and lightning strike this guy. Definitely kill him, but then they could bring these 40 outside the walls at me is the problem. I don't get it. I'm like in reinforcement range. I wish I could see the layout of the town. You used to be able to get like a preview of the layout. If there are 2 different doors, I can definitely win this. This guy didn't quite level up off of that either. He's close, so I don't have, like, Pit of Shades would be amazing here. I could put the fire guy with him. I mean, he does have Burning Head, which would help clear some people out. He has Flaming Sword. Versus this old dude right now. I think he doesn't have good stuff. All that I have is like miasma, which now lowering the armor on halberdiers is would be great. How much is that for the overcast? Withering. It's like 14 or something, isn't it? It's really expensive. A pretty big radius, though. It lowers leadership, too, which make them run faster. I think that'll be fine. I think we can do this. This is going to be really hard. But I think we can do it. This guy will give 16 extra melee attack. I think we can just regen through them. Okay, let's do it. I think it's going to be tough, but I think we can do it. I love how I have like a 4,500 gold army and I still can't build like a Norscan siege tower in a turn. I can only get a battering ram in one turn. Okay, let's just do it. Sorry, I know I'm kind of like deliberating a lot on this, but this is obviously a tough one. I mean, this is basically like 20 on 40, and they have a walled city that probably has upgraded cannons. These things are going to be tough, but I could take off all of their armor basically. Although most of these attacks are armor piercing, there is still a percentage, 36, that's not armor piercing. So lowering that by 30 would basically let me do 1/3 extra damage for 40 seconds. Yeah, so that's a pretty big deal. If we could just break in and like get behind them with these Norscan Ice Wolves, that'll actually be really strong. Okay, let's just do it. Oh, I forgot to see what time it is, but I think we'll be okay in terms of time. I might be a little bit over here, but yeah, they have cannons, which sucks, but you know, that only lasts for a little bit. Once we get up there, it should be fine. Trolls can regenerate through a lot of that. We'll gamble. Put Throgg. I have like 2 squads here. Squad 1 with Throgg and my homeboy, and this guy could be in squad 1 also. Got our flyers. Put that guy in squad 1, and then oh, we need 1 armor piercer in there too. Okay, so let's put them in squad 1. This guy in squad 2. These. Flyers, and these can just kind of hang out on the edge here, I think. Hopefully not get fired down. Pawn. Put them in the middle, maybe. See if we can get them to just deploy some stuff there. Or we could put them over here and don't put anything in the middle and then run them into the middle, so they have kind of a safe zone. Boy, they're like out of sight. Yeah, okay, so we got a little safe zone in the middle here. We can just run up to, like, here, and just whenever a door cracks open, we can try to deal with it. Okay, so they're firing at my people, so we can run the flyers over here, too. Alright, this side looks a little bit less crazy, so I think we can get up on this side. So you have them shattered. Get the hounds on them. Make sure they go all off the map. Let's see. So we can go around from the back here. Alright, let's see if we can get, like... Yeah, surround them on all sides. Let's get that mammoth, charge him in the back there. God, dude. Yeah, so they had some halberds. Didn't matter that much. Halberds just don't have any armor, especially with that withering spell. That's pretty sweet. Guys are just getting absolutely mowed. Dude, I would not want to be them, man. That seems awful. Get surrounded on all sides. But it's just like ridiculously huge, like beastly horde. Getting all these kills just to level up our people a little bit, give them some ranks, get some extra cash. Yeah, those hounds are still really good at rounding up people. I mean, no one does it like the hounds. As hounds, I imagine, historically have been used in battles. Pretty sure they're all basically dead in here, right? It's pretty close. What did the giant do? Giant's like, okay. Yeah, those Fimir things. Well, these especially, just because of where they were. Oh my god. Dude, those trolls. The trolls are like, obviously bang for bang, the most powerful thing that I can get right now. It seems like the ice trolls, at least in these matchups. I mean, they had 5 halberds, but if it's not like a halberd type of unit, then like great swords or whatever, trolls just mow them down. I said at the beginning of the campaign, trolls have always been some of my favorite units. Just their leadership is just awful. But they're only like 150 gold per turn. Like, this giant's like 450. These things are still regenerating too. Like, I've only lost 1 troll here. Like, a lot of them have damage, but it's distributed among everybody. All of the trolls. So they're still very combat effective. So even at 50% HP, as it looks, there's still 11 trolls left out of a pack of 12, so that means when the battle ends, they're gonna refill all the way up to the full health of 11 trolls. These things did pretty good too. They're only 250, and they basically did the same thing as the Frostworm, so they're like half price. These expensive units just are not worth it most of the time. The Mammoth, I think, because he displaces things and knocks them out of the way, like that was part of why we were able to collapse this flank so fast over here. They'd have less units, but the Mammoth just gets in and just knocks everyone out of the way at the door, and then the trolls can get in through the door, because that's how enemies can hold you and beat you, is if they can like hold you in this door here and like have like some missile units firing into you through the door, because these units are much taller than theirs. So if they fire guns and stuff at me, then it's much easier to hit me, because like a man-sized unit will be like half this. So it's just a lot easier to shoot me if they hold me in the doorway and just fire away. But that's, the Mammoth makes it difficult to hold, because he just charges in and plows everyone out of the way, because he just is so heavy, has such a powerful I don't know what you'd call it, I was gonna say arcing shot, but like radius, tusk radius. Dude, those almost have 400 kills, those ice trolls. I lost 7 units in that whole fight. How is that not heroic? Like, I deployed 227 units, and I lost 7. They had like 4,000 units. Yeah, they had 3,700 units. I mean, yeah, it's a lot of it's because I had these monstrous units, but that's just hilarious that I lost, you know, like 3% of my units. So we captured 920, so we're going to get a pretty big ransom off of this, or that's what we got after the battle, I guess. A 27,000 gold sack. Yeah. Definitely taking that. Okay, now we're starting to tear it open a little bit in terms of our map presence. So now we can afford that third army. So now we're getting more sackers. I mean, one cool thing about having 2 characters in an army, too, is you get to get all of these extra people that give you more sacks. I don't really care about the Berserker that much. I want this. Okay, so now these sacks are getting pretty big. That will give us some more vigor. I mean, I had said originally I really wanted these feral beginnings, but this is just such a garbage tree. It's just so bad, and I really do use him as a fighter, so I might as well just... put him into the fight, you know? Wow, plus 15 melee defense is actually pretty good. Don't want armor. 78 armor. I mean, it could take me up to like 96 total armor. Just landing more hits, probably. But do I need that? I mean, the thing about him is like just the physical resistance plus like good armor. I just need him to stick in battle. Like, he doesn't have to kill a lot of things. He just has to not die because he gives that aura. So I think if that's the case, then I just go melee defense. That'll give him 9 more melee defense, 24 more melee defense. It'd be 64 melee defense, which would be really nice. Yeah, 15 extra damage sounds like a lot, but it's really not that much. Missile resistance is pretty good too. I think we'll just go with the hard to hit. Then we can put like some other extra armor and stuff like that on him. Oh, nice. Here we go. So the question is, do we go for Pit of Shades? Which that's awesome because that can break people off of that door so that I can run in more. So it does kind of like the Mammoth's work, where if you just cast that, it just pushes everyone off the door. Then it allows you to run in easier. Or this, which is 36% extra armor piercing damage. Plus 44% weapon damage. That's a lot of... it's like 40 mana to do that, though. Or 20 ones of magic to do that, rather. 27 seconds. Whereas this is only 14. And that negative 30 armor... especially against lower armor targets, is really good. Like, I feel like this is going to be really good against higher armor targets, but this is good against higher armors, but this is probably better against lower. This can disrupt, like, shooting units, too. The back line, like elves and... We'll go ahead and go Pit of Shades, I think. This guy's nice, because he actually can fight. We get 15 melee attack, which is huge. He starts off with 27, so getting 15 is a big deal. I do want to get him into the fight, because he does really nice damage for a wizard. Like, 346 piercing, that's better than a lot of generals. And he has the Sunder Armor. I mean, if you get Sunder Armor stacked on top of Withering, that's minus 60 armor. It's huge. And then he has Restore eventually, which is good. So this guy's a really good wizard. I like him. What else? Okay, they didn't get it on the fight. Oh, and we can fight him this turn too. Double header. I did take virtually no casualties. See how this replenished all the way up to 11? So even though my people were hurt, like all the way down to 50%, they get full health after the battle. Now, single entity units don't gain that benefit, but these multi-entity units do. Okay, how are we looking on time? I would like to go ahead and get that last fight out of the way, but I don't want to go too far over. No, we're pretty far over. Okay, so we'll start the next episode off with that. A good fight against those 18 stack there. But yeah, good stuff. Very powerful army. We're starting to make some progress here. Hopefully we can get Altdorf in the next few turns. I'm hoping. I mean, if they have a 20 stack sitting in Altdorf, it might be tough, but we'll see. Anyways, that's going to be it. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.